She's something, isn't she? She's powerful. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. Wait, hold on a second. I kissed my wife and make sure you got to do these things, you know. We tease each other. Sometimes she'll bring out a new lip gloss, and I'm like, is that the one? Is that sticky? She'll go, no, it's not sticky. It's not sticky. And I'm like, are you sure? But, yeah, we work our way through it. By the way, I'm a lot taller than her too. Oh, there we go. By the way, she would, I think you'll make a very good first lady. Before I begin, I want to acknowledge a couple people who are in the crowd. We have a couple members of the state legislative delegation here. We have David Borrero, state representative, is with us. Juan Porras, member of the state representatives, are here. State House. Tom Fabus in the State House. I spent 4 years in the State House and now 6 years in the U.S. House. I'm kind of a House guy. Oh, you know, we do have a state senator with us as well, Maria Rodríguez. I like you. I can't say the same for all senators, but I like you. It's one of those rivalries that you have in the House. I want to thank everybody for taking their time to come out here this morning to Miami Dade College here in Doral. Thank you guys to the members of the City Council who are here from the City Council of Doral. The future of our state is very bright. We are the best state in the world. We are the crown jewel of the United States of America. And people have asked me as I've crisscrossed the state, they go, Byron, where do we go from here? Governor DeSantis has done a great job leading our state, and he has, and he's to be commended for his leadership in Florida these last 8 years. But what are we going to do next? And I try to help people understand two very important facts. Number one, what has made Florida the envy of the other 49 states, what has made us the best in the United States. We are going to keep all of that foundation in place. All of it. Whether it's law and order, that's going to remain. Whether it's having a low tax environment, a low regulatory environment, that's going to remain, to make sure that we are innovative and we have companies who choose to come to Florida. That is definitely going to remain. But the future always lies with our children. You see, I moved to Florida at 17 years old to go to college. I went to FAMU and I went to Florida State. I'm a Seminole. I graduated from FSU. I've lived in Naples, Florida for the last 23 years with my wife, Erika. We have 3 sons. And as young parents, watching our own kids go through the K-12 system, we were always looking for the best opportunity for them to be successful. What we've learned through that journey of just being parents and raising boys, but then also being really engaged in education policy, whether it was my time in the State House or even my time in Congress, Erika's work and activism when she was a school board member in Clary County Public Schools. She was a school board member for 4 years, and even her time after leaving the school board being an advocate for education here in Florida and around the country. But one guiding principle that's always been in our hearts and in our minds is that we want parents to be at the head of the table when it comes to making decisions for the future of their children. And that we want, and that our desire, and Florida has already led the way on this, and this is, the governor and the legislature did tremendous work on this. We want an economy of education where parents have the purchasing power and the ability to find the academic environment that best suits their child. But where do we go from here? Our goal as your next governor is that every child in our state will not just graduate high school. They just won't be on grade level. Our goal is that every child in our state masters math, reading, and writing by the time they graduate high school. Because the economy of the future is going to be even more dynamic than the economy that we know today. The economy of the future is going to be much more based upon information and leveraging information than it is today. And for our children in Florida, for them to be the leaders in the world, they are going to have to graduate with a robust liberal arts education based in cultural literacy and mastery of mathematics, of reading, and in being able to communicate in writing to their fellow men, to their community, and they're not going to be able to rely on ChatGPT to do it. Those are the standards that we are going to set in the great state of Florida. The grading system, as Erika talked about, is something that Florida needed at the time that Governor Bush brought it in. But it is now time to relook at how we not just grade our schools, but how we communicate to parents what the various schools in the state of Florida bring to the table, how they're going to prepare their children to be excellent, how they're going to prepare their children to be able to have the skills or the credentials or the academic knowledge to make them economically viable in the world that they are going to inherit, in the Florida that they are going to build their dreams. When I came here, I was just a kid off a Greyhound bus with a trunk full of clothes. My mom was with me. She made sure I got registered and got into my dorm at FAMU, Pattyfoot Dormitory on FAMU's campus. For everybody who knows about Pattyfoot Dormitory, you already know what I'm talking about. And then she got back on that same bus and she went back to New York. And over the last 30 years, through hard work, through some pain along the way, with a great lady by my side, with God's hand on me and her and on our family and our kids, we've built the Florida dream in our lives. And we want to make sure every child is prepared to build their Florida dream in this great state. Mastery is at its core. The second thing is we want to make sure that every child in Florida has an individual learning plan. Historically in our state, we call them IEPs, or individual education plans. And they have been relegated to children who have special needs or other learning disabilities, or children who have fallen behind basically class averages. They've fallen behind the curve. What we want to see is that every child in the state has an individual learning plan, so we can chart their trajectory towards mastery by the time they graduate high school. And we can begin to educate them and their parents and help them and their parents realize the opportunities economically when they leave high school. Maybe it's going into the trades, and that is a noble thing. Because I'll tell you, as I travel Florida, there's a lot of business owners, they didn't go to college, or they might have went for a year, and they started their businesses, and they just did tremendous things in their life. Maybe it is the child decides to graduate high school, but you know what? They go and do an apprenticeship for a while and start to learn actively on the job how to build not just skills for a career, but to put food on the table for themselves and begin to build that family. Maybe it is coming to Miami Dade College or one of the state college systems and getting that 2-year degree to help them, whether it's nursing or teaching. Or maybe it's going to Florida State or FAMU or UF or USF, even the University of Miami. And maybe that's their pathway to success. We want every child in Florida to have that pathway. We want it to be something that's not just talked about, but is tangible, that they can see, that they can rely on, and that is going to be the vision for education going forward in Florida. The success of our children is going to be the success of our state. The success of our children is going to lead to the success of our economies. The success of our children is going to preserve the Florida that we all know and love. And the success of Florida's children is going to lead the way, not just in the United States, but in the world. So thank you guys for being here. With that, we'll take any questions or comments that you have. We would love to just hear from you, because like Erika said, we can't do this alone. This is going to be done together, working with the school districts in Miami-Dade or Hillsborough County or Broward County or Duval County and all of the other counties in between. It's going to be with the leaders in education and our college presidents, our university presidents. It's going to be done with the people who are leading our public school districts, and it's going to be done with all of you working together. So please, any questions, any comments, I'd love to take.